So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without...
Florida, America's penis. The Sunshine State once hosted the most insane exploitation filmmaking scene of the Grindhouse Golden Age. Now look at it. A flash art comic book come to life, like some Frankenstein incel. Fuck, let's get this over with. Soldier of the Apocalypse, originally known as Versus the Movie, did not get a DVD release for 4 years, and it's easy to know why. Because it is an exceptionally desperate piece of filmmaking. I know film production is like a kind of alchemy, and there are no guarantees regarding the results. But fucking come on! Most people expect an audible sound mix, hence why I can't review this film's story. By the way, most people expect to see at least half of a film without possessing night vision abilities. Most people expect you to complete your fucking film instead of limping your way to feature length by replacing scenes you forgot to shoot with storyboards, comic book panels, as if no one would fucking clock what you were doing. This film was the limit. Does it even matter if it was written, produced, directed, and starring the same guy? No! It doesn't. It's too sad to be interesting. Maybe this film could be a joke if it wasn't a demonstration of the worst sound engineering I could not hear in years. 8 people helped create the soundtrack. Unacceptable. Soldier of the Apocalypse can't be heard, can't be seen, and I can't be asked. Why do we build the wall? Because Paul Walker needed a star vehicle. Walker's last film before Furious 7 and his last fully completed performance, as of course he died during Furious 7, Brick Mansions of course does not feel like an apt swan song, but is instead a fast-paced dystopian urban thriller with that familiar Tony Scott editing and screenwriter Luc Besson's penchant for lazy stereotypes. Brick Mansions, a remake of 2004 French film District B13, was less impressive when I found out it was a remake, and on top of that, being a more polished blockbuster than I was expecting. I am left wanting for words on this one. I guess I could say that the parkour on display was impressive and was photographed in the right way. I could also say that Paul Walker is as charismatic as he always was in his mainstream career. I could say that in general the film is a well plotted, entertaining, if slightly dated feeling blockbuster. That's it. 11 Blocks is a non-linear Canadian urban thriller that is at times too quirky for its own good. Whilst the narrative is never confusing, it's too disjointed to achieve any real momentum. The idea of a recession-era Warriors sounded real intriguing, but whether through budget limitations or good old-fashioned egomania, the film is bogged down by self-indulgent training montages and a droning narration. I can appreciate an action film being ambitious, but I can't overlook padding when a perfectly serviceable plot has been set in place. This could have been sorted out in the scripting process after all. I don't usually like to tell filmmakers how to do their jobs, but sticking to being a Warriors ripoff was probably this film's best chance at success. Instead, 11 Blocks is a monotonous, plodding collection of impressive fight scenes stapled together with boring backstory and decent cinematography. What can I say? It's just your average lo-fi indie action film. Right, to sum up, Soldier of the Apocalypse is an unwatchable 1-star piece of shit I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Brick Mansions is enjoyable Luc Besson fodder. 11 Blocks is a curious low-budget time waster that tried something new and kinda failed. But at least they tried. Bye.